Well, hello my friends. I guess once I pick up one particular type of wood, before it checks out and gets to a point where I can no longer use it, I will try all the best possibilities that the wood has to offer. And today is no exception. So let me bring you to the lathe and show you what I've done. So it's pretty much like the same character of the vase that I just posted up, which was very odd to mount, but it's going to be a different style piece. I took a chisel and I chiseled away this area a little bit just so I could set my live center in here because it kept wanting to slide out. It has this branch over here, and this branch is completely separated from this piece, other than a little bit right here which has bark inclusion coming up to here, and then here's the separation going again at this point. So the odds of this piece, this particular ring right here, staying on are somewhat slim. Well, this video started yesterday afternoon, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, it's to let you know that sometimes what we envision or what we want is not necessarily what the wood wants to give you. And this is a perfect example. Let me bring you back to the lathe. Yesterday I was turning this piece with much anticipation that it was going to give us something nice, but there was a huge amount of doubt as to what was happening with the piece that was embedded in here. And I thought there would be a little bit of infusion of the wood in between the two pieces rather than a complete separation that was here by bark. So when you have something like that, it's just impossible to keep it together. And I was still roughing, and I was looking forward to seeing this done. And the idea was this was going to be a pretty nice looking vase. Well, because we sometimes cannot proceed and go in the direction we're going, as long as you are able to adapt, change, you can still do something nice. Well, like everything else, if one tool doesn't do the job, you get something else. Don't think I can get my center in there at all. No, because the center is right here, and it's not going to reach in there. Okay, so this had a little while to dry up. I've sanded it down to 400 plus fine steel wool. I'm about to apply a little bit of Yorkshire grit. So there's always options, and people are always asking me, it's like, hey, this would have looked nice had you done this or had you done that, and you know, and they're all legit, every one of them, because it's just a different style, though. It's something different. It's not per se that what I choose is the best look for that particular piece. Would an epoxy fill look good in a lot of the pieces that I do? Would soaking this up or putting it into a resin chamber to stiffen up these fibers, would it justify the piece? Yes, they would all be great, and they are great things for me, maybe to venture out into the future. But for the piece that I'm doing, at the time that I'm doing, what I'm showing is not the ultimate solution or the answer to what can be done. It's only to what is being done, but that particular time, that particular piece. Always aware that there's holes in this piece. Always be aware that this paper towel could disintegrate under your fingers. So let it go if you need to. Do not be stubborn and hang on to it. Now this is not a piece that's going to get a super gloss because it has its imperfections. And I would be battling this till doomsday to try to get to that. So I just want to reflect a little bit of what it has and its flaws and its weaknesses. Now I gotta go to Home Depot and pick up some epoxy if I'm going to fill this, although I really hate to. If I see a piece like this with these voids and the cuts are good, and I almost hate to fill it up, but the look is completely different. You get a different feel for the piece, whether if it's open or closed. So this one I might do it. I might do it just to make it different, but not because I particularly like that look better than another look. I like this look. This is the look that I would stick with all day long. And once it's done with the other approach, I'm sure the look will look just as amazing. But a lot of dull spots on this piece, to say the least. It still has some of the punkiness in between, which I cannot buff out. This is definitely not going to be my best video, as I did a lot of non-focus into the camera. And I talked a lot about different things that I was going to be doing that I decided not to do. I was going to be filling this up with epoxy, and I was talking about the process, so therefore, but I'm not going to do it, and I'll tell you why I'm not going to do it. Number one is because I don't have any epoxy at the moment. I used the last of the epoxy I did trying to rescue a piece that blew off anyway, that I could not rescue. But I am partial, and I kind of like things that are more natural. And not to say that I don't like things that are also filled with a different medium and show a different process. So if I had epoxy, I would definitely be going that route. But I also like the natural look, the voids that play up on pieces like this. So which one is right, which one is wrong? I don't think there's either one would classify as wrong or right. There's only the opinion that we receive from looking at a piece. And the opinions can vary greatly from one person to another. There will be 100 of you that say, I love the voids, I love that. There will be 100 of you that say, hell, you should be filling it with epoxy. Hell, if you put it in resin chamber, you'll preserve the wood. Hell, you know, those are things that I don't have, I don't possess. So, and not saying that there's anything wrong with them, but telling me where I should focus on items that I don't have. It's not going to fly with me because I don't believe that one needs to make huge investments on doing stuff and having fun. And even if you don't like stuff like this, there's hundreds that like it like this. So it's a balanced thing that you have. There's those that like it and those that don't. And you know this, so it just tells you that there is no right or wrong way. There's only the way you look at it and what you feel that you're comfortable with. And whether if you like it or not should not justify you going, oh my God, that's completely, it's just a different taste. You know, some people don't like paintings by Picasso. They think they're done by a child. But, you know, and I will admit, you know, he's not one of my favorite artists, but I sure as hell wish I had one of his paintings. You know, so it's really a matter of taste and not a matter of being wrongly done or rightly done. Thanks for watching. We'll see you very soon. If I decide to post this one, I don't know. It really started off with as a big piece, and I knew it had a crotch going through there that I knew it was very doubtful if I could maintain it, because I figured that it probably would have bark going all the way inside, separating both pieces. But I could see that there was a little sliver that was infused. Well, as soon as I started turning that in, that sliver probably disappeared as well. So it took no effort, no catch, no strain, just going with a tool. As soon as it approached it, poof, it went off. But, you know, look at the woods that you're turning, because they will give you signs of their weaknesses and their strengths. Well, here it is, a little bit of an oddball type. What is it? I don't know, but it will make a nice thing to hold a candlelight inside with the glowing light coming up through these holes. So it has its purpose. Thanks again. See you later.